feel so confused, sad, hopeless. I have spent weeks researching this and I am no closer to understanding than when I began. Why on earth can I not find something that explains object-oriented databases in a simple-to-understand format?
What is going on in here? This place is a pigsty.
I have been researching object-oriented databases. They make no sense to me, but I have a presentation due tomorrow.
Tomorrow? And you're just now saying something about it? With less than 24 hours left to finish your research? Are you mentally insane? This is ludicrous. How can you possibly finish in time? You need an expert on object-oriented databases to explain in detail. Lucky for you. I am just that expert.
Toot, toot, toot. Someone's tooting their own horn.
Sit down, be quiet, and pay attention. I'll have you up to speed in no time.
Yes, Your Highness. Should I be taking notes?
Yes, you should. After all, I was taught by the world-renowned Dr. David MacDonald, so I know everything there is to know about object-oriented databases. Are you ready?
Yes. I can barely sit still. I'm so filled with excitement.
Okay. Here we go. Do not interrupt me. OODBS supports the modeling and creation of data as objects. It must have inheritance, polymorphism, and encapsulation, characteristics that enable the storage and retrieval of complex data types.
Whoa, stop. My brain is about to explode. You're not clarifying the subject matter at all.
Didn't I say don't interrupt me? Geez. How can I dummy it down for you? Okay, then. How about comparing it to relational models, which you already know? Even a 5th grader could get it then. If that does not work, you will just have to remain clueless, and unless you seduce your professor, you will fail.
By all means. If you think that will work. Please proceed.
One of the biggest differences between relational databases and OODBSs is that OODBSs handle more complex data types.
What do you mean by complex?
Well, relational databases store simple data such as employee's name, date of birth, hire date, etc. OODBSs can store hypermedia such as graphics, videos, CAD, and even geographical satellite information.
Wow, that's pretty nifty. But wait, in a relational database, even multi-valued attributes have to be split into separate tables.
You're so simple-minded. You're wondering how that complex data is stored. It's kind of like parking a car in a garage. The garage is the database. With OODBSs you can drive the entire car into the garage, shut off the engine, and leave it untouched, ready to be driven the next time you need it. In a relational database you would have to break the car down into individual parts, store them on different shelves, and then put it back together the next time you wanted to go joyriding. One can only hope you know what you're doing when you dis and reassemble the car.
Oh, that makes sense. I believe I am beginning to see the light now. The comparison with relational systems was beneficial.
Thank God.
Do you have any more examples you can give me?
Of course I do. Let's continue with the car example. What happens the next time you need to use your car? For the disassembled car, you would need a mechanic to put it back together, someone who spoke the correct language so that the car operated as intended when reassembled. For the car you parked in the garage, you would only need to communicate that you wanted it to start by inserting and turning the key. No special language needed. Another advantage of storing data like that is that you can access it at a more granular level without affecting other objects. In a relational model, you would have to potentially lock the entire table just to update one tuple. In OODBMSs you access things at the object level. Another advantage is that you can cache objects on local machines, taking advantage of the faster processing power of the local client in comparison to the network. There's no way you can do that with a table. That would be disastrous. Are you starting to get it now?
I do. You are an amazing instructor. You have a way of making a complicated topic understandable.
Well. Who is tooting my horn now?
Your horn is quite lovely. I'd love to toot it some more after this project is done. But for now, I think I am ready for a more thorough treatment of the topic.
Finally, Your brain is grasping the essentials. I must admit, it's refreshing to know that I'm still this good. Dr. McDonald would be quite proud of me.
Would you be able to point me to additional material that could advance my understanding even further in a short period of time? Perhaps you have published some material yourself that I could consult?
Nope, not me. But a group in my class called The Last Man Standing have prepared a wiki page. I will give you the link and you can read it.
Excellent. I'll have this in the bag in no time. Want to go dancing with me tomorrow night?
Oh good grief. Don't be overconfident. There's still much you need to learn.
Don't worry, babe. I have this. Especially now that I know the most significant characteristic is that OODBSs combine object-oriented programming with database technology to provide an integrated application development system.
If you say so. Good luck tomorrow. Remember to visit the Last Man Standing wiki page.